Green Bay Packers taking on the New Orleans Saints.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Nash. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Johnston. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. An inside give to Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Johnston. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Amari Rodgers, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. So here are the Saints with a long field ahead. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Who that? Let me show you what else I can do.
Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. They'll turn to Kamara. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, I think we'll have a much better study and a much better case of what we're going to do.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on 3rd down, Johnston. He finds his man, complete. It's Nash. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off play action, Johnston. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Off the play fake, Johnston. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. After a 1 point.
What the hell? So, number 1, he's back there too damn long. You missed the damn tackle. Number 2, you missed the second tackle.
Point game, 7-6. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. His throw caught right around the 6. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson from 19 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that.
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this is caught. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Again, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. They'll turn to Kamara. Touchdown! And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing to start the drive. Johnston, his throw incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Johnston. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Come on now. Let's get it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! Amari Rodgers. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to move back in front. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. The Saints have got it.
Take it to the house.
And now off to the
Take it to the
races
house.
down the
Who
right
that?
side. The 40.
Who that? Who
The
that?
20.
To the house. To the house.
And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Back to throw now on first down. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. He's got him in, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. He'll look to throw.
To the house.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. They'll set up a throw. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Tunyon's got it on the out route, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So roughing.
Like that's so fucking cheating, man. Look at this shit. Now look, I ain't even hit that motherfucker. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. My fault, yeah.
Passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one I think where the safety's usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for them to slow down that momentum. That's going to draw the flag more times than not.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. where you see the final score there. Dalvin Cook, a touchdown run in the victory. Next, we'll stay in the NFC North as we head across Lake Michigan to check on the Bears at home in Chicago. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Malik Willis leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Thomas brings it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense, and they were able to do it.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket.
Man, bro. Boy, y'all putting us down, boy. Y'all putting us down. That pressure was... I should have just ran it all by my damn self.
But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Nash. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Johnston. And Watson has it right side. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Looking to throw. Johnston. He finds his man complete. It's Nash. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Johnston over the middle, and that's caught by Rodgers. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Johnston. And that one off the mark, a little late with the throw. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too, but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. 2nd and 11. And he's going to go down again. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up.
Touchdown, Saints! Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Parkey with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Johnston throwing the out route incomplete. That's Nash. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
To throw on 2nd down, Johnston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 33 yards. And the Saints are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with.
I tried to tell them that we ain't the one to be played with, bro. We ain't the one to be played with, bro. Sometimes you just let, you know, we started out bad and shit, but we're going to finish the right way. Because I know football when I see football. I really do. And I kind of thank them for doing what they did. And we did some real shit out there, you know. They couldn't fuck with us with 42 seconds on the game. They couldn't fuck with us. When I tell you they couldn't fuck with us, they couldn't fuck with us.
With. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a wrap. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
We the champion. Oh, have mercy. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Lord, I know you didn't. I know they didn't. I know they didn't.
Yeah. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Chris Olave with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
They'll turn to Kamara. And he is in the to bump the lead up 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
From the gun on 3rd down. Johnston over the middle, complete. It's Nash. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Johnston. He finds his man, complete. That's Nash. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Point after, right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. He will return this from deep. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about in which they got the win.
Yeah, I thought they were clearly the better team by the end, and they earned this one with a terrific game plan and consistent effort throughout. Only fitting that they had the ball when the clock hit 0.
So for the Saints, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin, certainly have to...
That's my boy right there. Jefferson. Evo, yeah, them my people, man. Them my cousins. Turn me up, yeah. I thought they were football games. They could have had me in the league with them, you heard me?
Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stars. Go out and fight for you. You ain't made it till they talk about me right now. On top of you, paraded through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started. Y'all finna see what we bout to do. Won't stop. You ain't here. I'm the real truth. Honest, real blue.
That's my name,
still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit.
Yeah, alright.
Still do.
We got next
real
plan.
one, only difference. My bill's bigger. I'm still with you. I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it. What can I say, man? I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time.
We ain't got time for all introduction.
Today, it's the National Football League.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Corral. There's Tremble, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To throw again on second down. Corral. He's got room at the 30. And some space here. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Back to throw here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. A give to Kamara running right. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Looking to throw.
Touchdown, goddamn!
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Parkey adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Carolina offense back to work now. Tommy Tremble making his way onto the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the back.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have moved out in front. Boy, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it. Oh, this is blocked. The Saints have got it. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, past the 20. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 25. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to...
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And Kamara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. Kamara trying the right side. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Parkey is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some. There he goes, right side. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start the drive on the ground, Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Look at the spin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And got his man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. Finding room at midfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Corral on 1st down. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 22, Corral. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on.
Touchdown! Tommy Trimble. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Lutz good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer here, even though said passer wasn't a quarterback.
And this is a call, partner, I think you might see once a decade or so.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Parkey with the extra point. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Corral with it on first down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half.
Man, how can somebody even get that? It's happened. It sure, oh yeah, he got that.
The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And now it's blocked. The Saints have got it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Get it.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the...
A breakaway for Michael Thomas, the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Corral from the gun on 3rd down here. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose again. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey, 77 yards. And the Panthers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Corral throwing for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. A 10th carry for Kamara. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Panthers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. Here's Corral on first down. That caught by Trimble. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from... He's got a man, complete! And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 42. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. 3rd down, Corral. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 52 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll try and run it in. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school where I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. Here's Corral. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He's got Mason complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And Corral trying to get things reset quickly. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mason. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Corral to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Corral to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Carolina, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And
What a game, bro. That's a game now.
Expect the whole light trying to blow up. I know he never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch, can't get your up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time in it. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable.